Hi guys, today I am coming to you with a book review. What? Now, full disclosure, just whatever, I am not a professional book reviewer. This is not going to be one of the best you've seen. Still trying to get into the flow of it, although I've only ever done one and that was really long. So I'm just going to sort of do a short one. I'm not going to discuss it. I'm just sort of going to go by points, what I liked about it, what I didn't, and yeah. So don't expect too much from me. I'm trying, but don't expect a whole bunch of amazingness. So the book I'm going to review for you today is My Life Next Door by Huntley Fitzpatrick. I did enjoy this book. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 if you saw my July wrap-up. It was a nice little contemporary. It was a light, easy read. I flew through it. Read it in about 2 days, I think. It was what I needed at that time. If you don't know, My Life Next Door is about it's about two families, mainly revolving around the boy and the girl of the families. You have Samantha, who lives with her mum and her sister. Her mum is very tight. She's not very loving, those kind of things. She's very a perfectionist, essentially. And they live next door to the Garretts, who are a huge family. Like, I think they have like 8 kids. And their mum is pregnant with another one, and they're just messy, loud, everything, and Samantha's mum wants nothing to do with them. She wants her kids to have nothing to do with them at all. Samantha, however, spends the majority of her life growing up watching them from her balcony. And one day, good old Jace, one of the Garretts, decides he's going to climb up on her balcony and he's going to talk to her. And it goes on from there. This book was a romance. It's a cutesy romance. It's what you'd expect for a contemporary romance. A tiny bit insta-love for me. It wasn't the biggest amount of insta-love that I've ever read, but they were still part of it. I still felt like their relationship could have been a tiny bit more developed. They could have been friends for a little bit longer, if you know what I mean. To me, this book had an impact on me because of the family values. I loved the Garretts. I mean, I don't come from a big family, but my family have the dynamic that the Garretts do. Like, my parents are close, I'm close to my sister and stuff. So it was good. It kind of just brought home that families are different to me. I've always thought that my family, like, that's the normal, everyone's family's like that. But then obviously you read Samantha's family and they're nothing like that. Her mum is, I'm going to get onto her character in a minute because, but her mum's not loving, her mum doesn't, she doesn't really know how to deal with teenagers. This book kind of drilled into you that nobody's life is perfect, because a lot of the characters in this book sort of assumed that Samantha's life was perfect because she had money, everything, she got everything that she wanted, her mum had everything prepared for her. But then Samantha, on the other hand, wanted the family dynamic that the Garretts had, and the Garretts wanted the money that Samantha had. So it's like everybody wants a little bit of someone else's life, and I think that it made me think in that sense that nobody has the perfect life. Someone was always wanting something else that they don't have that somebody else has. Samantha as a character in the beginning annoyed the hell out of me. She was all, yes mum, okay mum, I'm going to please you, which I suppose any daughter wants to do, but she spent like the majority of the book trying to please her mum and hiding everything from her mum and trying to be a perfect angel, which I don't think any teenager can be. But she grew throughout the book, which was good. The way that I sort of changed my opinion of her towards the end, I think, was a triumph in Huntley Fitzpatrick's writing. Jace was a little bit too perfect for me. I did enjoy him and I liked him, but it's kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. He felt too high up on a pedestal for me to kind of be like, oh, I love you, I want you to be my boyfriend. The mum, who I suppose is going to be portrayed as the villain, was super annoying. I don't understand how anybody can be like that towards their children. She wasn't loving, she didn't really care about them, and then she got a new boyfriend, and then she was like, oh, do as he says, he's in your life now, you love him. And it's like, you're reading it and you can see that the boyfriend's a dick too, and you're like, how can you not see that? How can you not see that? But I suppose that happens, and that's a good writing on his part, because the mum was seriously flawed. But did she come through in the end? I don't know. The twist at the end kind of, to me, didn't feel like a twist. They kind of brushed over it. It didn't feel like a massive build up to, oh, is the character going to get better? Like, it didn't, I don't know, it didn't feel, it just sort of felt like it was put there so that this book had a little bit of tension in it, so that the main characters had a little bit of tension in their relationship, because up until that point they were the perfect couple and nothing was wrong. But then even after Jace found out that Samantha was hiding what she knew from him, he was like, oh, it's okay, I'll forgive you. I was like, dude, if that was me, I would not be able to give someone that much, that easily. So, I guess that was a little bit of a flaw for me there. Just, it felt a little bit too brushed over, and Jace's forgiveness was just sort of like that. And that's not realistic to me. So yeah, overall I would recommend this book if you are looking for a light, fluffy read with a little bit of twistiness, a little bit of tension, because it's not like a happy-go-lucky book. There are some shit bits in there, like there is someone dealing with alcoholism and stuff in there, and drug addiction, so there is that, but it's not a main part of the book. It doesn't drag it down. It's a happy book in majority of it. But yeah, My Life Next Door, good book, didn't love it, probably won't remember it in 3 years time, but for the time that I read it and for now, I enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed this review. I'm hoping that they'll get there and my thoughts will sort of process. That was probably a little bit all over the place, but you just have to deal with me. I'm going to get better at them, I promise. So that's it for today's video, guys, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!